Hello friends, welcome to your channel Black and Grey Cricket School. Long story short, they say the walls don't break and walls will only become the monuments. Do you agree that it's true for this great Indian wall? Yes, it's none other than our own Rahul Dravid. Why wait, let's jump into the video and see what the cricket greats have to say about the wolf who lived for the pack. Like the video? Then do like, share and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get the notification the moment we upload a video. Try to take his wicket in the first 15 minutes. If you can't, then only try to take the remaining wickets. Steve Waugh. Rahul is the kind of person who young cricketers can look up to, not only because of his success but also of the way he conducts himself. Steve Waugh. Dravid has been a class player for a long time now and we know his ability better than anyone. He's not like the other guys who love scoring off every ball, and there's no real weakness in his game either. Glenn McGrath. Even though Sachin is great, I have always found Rahul more solid and hard to get out. He has a solid defense and plays less shots than others. When a batsman plays less shots, then it is tough to get him as he makes less mistakes. Shoaib Akhtar. Yes, Sachin made me a star. So I'm thankful to him. He's a great batsman, without a doubt. He can play better than anyone else. When he got going, he was a nightmare. But the biggest nightmare I ever faced was Rahul Dravid. He used to bore me. He was the first batsman who could intimidate me. In terms of when he walked in, I knew I would have to field for at least 2 more sessions. Shoaib Akhtar. That is how Rahul Dravid is. You tell him he played well and he will tell you that somebody else played well too. I don't know if he is a human being. How can a human being be so selfless? Harsha Bogle. If I have to put anyone to bat for my life, it will be Kallis or Dravid. Brian Lara. For a career full of grace, charm, timing and poise, it was sad that it had to end with a slog. But that was once again what the team just wanted. Harsha Bogle. Dravid is a perfect role model for youngsters. He has set a great example for all of us to follow. We are all trying to follow that path. Sachin Tendulkar. Rahul Dravid being known as the wall is pretty much spot on. The fortress could also describe Rahul. Because once Dravid was set, you needed the bowling equipment of a dozen cannon firing all at once to blast him down. Shane Warne. Dravid could play attacking cricket like me, but I could never play like him. Chris Gale. All these things going around is not called aggression. If you really want to see aggression, look into Dravid's eyes. Matthew Hayden. He is regarded by the Australians as one of the mentally toughest players they have come up against. He is a tough task competitor. He is a wonderful cricketer in India, a great cricketer. John Wright. Rahul Dravid is a player who would walk on broken glass if his team asks him to. Navjot Singh Sidhu. Everyone has already exhausted superlatives, so I would not bother myself with any additional praise, but you could be sure my admiration for him has grown tremendously. Alan Border. I have seen how Rahul goes about his innings and that's something I want to get myself involved with. Kevin Peterson. Team in trouble? Whom do you turn to? Rahul Dravid. Ian Chappell. He is truly the mainstay of the Indian batting. He is the best batsman of India in this era undoubtedly. Kapil Dev. The wolf who lived for the pack. Harsha Bogle. Champion on and off the field, showed us with his great hard work, sky is the limit. Mahesh Bhupathi. Some succeeded because they are destined to, but he succeeded because he was determined to. Navjot Singh Sidhu. Time and tide waits for nobody, except Rahul Dravid. MTV India. He's probably the nicest guy. No, he is the nicest guy that I have met in cricket. He's a phenomenal man. Shane Watson. Everyone praises Sachin Tendulkar. He may be a genius in his own right, but in my book, Rahul Dravid is the artist. Dravid's defense tactics, his strokes, his cuts, his grace are truly amazing. I'd like to meet the chap sometime and take my hat off to him. Peter O'Toole. He deserves his success as he has worked hard for it. He is one of the most down-to-earth and disciplined professionals I've met. Mahesh Bhupathi. If a Martian were to land on Earth now and be told that the best batsman in the world was playing in this match, he would think it was Rahul Dravid and not Sachin Tendulkar. Christopher Martin Jenkins. Rahul has always been in the shadow of Sachin. If you take his record, it's as good as Sachin's, but you cannot compare both as they are different kind of players. Rahul is a complete cricketer. Mattia Muralitaran. If you can't get along with Dravid, you are struggling in life. Brett Lee. Sachin is God. Surav is the god on the offside. Laxman is the god of fourth innings. But when the doors of the temple are closed, even God's gods are behind the wall, a fan's placard. When I am done with my profession, I wish I could go with the reputation that Rahul Dravid earned. Harsha Bogle. Nothing can beat experience. Brad Hogg. If there was one Indian player who could get a direct entry into the famous Australian team of the late 90s, it would be Rahul Dravid. Glenn McGrath. It is not an exaggeration to say that a whole strand of the game, a rich vein that runs through the game's poetic heart, departs the scene with India's greatest ever number 3. Playing T20 cricket won't teach anyone to become the next Rahul Dravid. Ed Smith. Elegant at the crease, eloquent in retirement, thanks for the memories. ESPN. For me, an ideal Dravid innings needs a most challenging pitch. If it's a batting beauty with the ball coming onto the bat, give me Sehwag or Laxman. If there's a truly great array of bowlers set to be unleashed, give me Tendulkar. If it's a minefield, give me Dravid, Siddhartha Vaidyanathan. That is all, folks. Long story short, walls don't retire. They turn into monuments. If you like our video, support us by hitting a like, share and subscribe.